just go ahead and settle in on your roller. It's lengthways down your spine, unless you need to do something else for this bit. And you want to be sure your tailbone is supported, your head is supported, and your feet are a little in front of your knees. And are grounded here about 4 to 5 inches apart, just the width of about slightly wider than your hip sockets. And then you can go ahead and open your arms out to the side. Palms up. And then pull yourself across the roller, letting your shoulder blade and your hip bone curve around the roller surface. Keeping the hands reaching long way from center, so you can put this nice pull across your chest, across the shoulder on each side. If you want to be a little bit wider to help your balance here, that could be a good idea. But we're trying to get a little massage at the sacrum, between the blades and at the base of the skull, to sort of release and relax our bodies while we start the session. It's a deep tissue massage. As you go side to side, be aware of the shift in weight for your feet, for your legs, which muscles are engaging and which ones are releasing at any point in action here. And then we can come back to center and pause and feel the glutes sink down around the roller as well as the shoulder blades. Now your feet in if you want to here. And also hugging a ball between your legs can help you stabilize by finding your central axis. So we lift the arms up, we hug the air right over our chest, and then you exhale to pull the arms slowly open and down. Take your time and let the blades sink around the roller, hugging them in, and then your arms rise. The blades are still dropping a little bit, they're heavy. They fall down away from the ribs, and then we pull the arms open, nice and slow. Take your time so that you're actually working the arms down instead of just dropping them. And again, on the lift, you go a little slow. Here too, so you come up, feeling the pull of gravity against that lift, and then exhale and use this gravity pulling your arms too fast down to the floor. And we rise again. This also gives you a chance to see, can you work the left to right side of your body at the same speed so that your hands touch the ground simultaneously. And we'll do that once more, coming up, hug the air above you, and exhale, pull the arms apart, sink it low. And then we lift the arms again and point the fingers to the sky, shoulders shrug up as you lift the hands high, and then exhale, the blades melt down as you pull, shoulders towards the ground. And the arms rise on the inhale, full breath in, and exhale it out to the greatest extent possible. Breathing in, the whole body expands as the arms lift up. And then exhale, the belly's going to knit down and in, neutral to spine as you exhale, and the blades draw down towards the floor. One more like this. You can make this very smooth movement, or you can sort of drop the blades down and try to feel impact. Either way works. Better one way for some people, better the other. So last one like this. So as you lift the hands, the back spreads open. As you lower the blades, the chest widens. And now we turn the palms forward and exhale, lengthen the arms at your side. To lift both arms in unison and parallel up to the sky on the inhale and exhale back by your ears. And then reversing the direction, the arms flow through the air to the apex here of the rainbow, and then down they go, down by your feet. And we lift on the inhale. And exhale and stretch here as the arms go behind you. Bring your arms up and forward, and exhale, glide them forward and down. And we do this again, rising. And exhale and reaching back, stretching. Arms forward on the inhale, exhale all the way down. And one more time. The blades slide towards your waist as the arms go back. And then the blades get heavy, sinking to the ground as the arms lift to the sky. Stretch the arms forward. And then here, bring your hands to your shoulders, and we circle the elbows in and then up, exhale, out, around, and down. Take your time, one breath per circle. Shorter inhale, longer exhale. You circle at the pace of your breath. And we'll complete this circle and then reverse them. Really shrug the shoulders, get a lot of mobility here. You're moving the shoulder blades on top of the roller and under your ribs. Let them slide and glide underneath you. You can massage out any crunchy bits that are still there. Complete one more circle. And at the end of it, extend the arms forward, reach along through your fingertips. And now for the 4 circles, up and down, all the way by your ears, and then exhale, circle wide around and down. At the end, the palms turn down, and lift the arms up and reach back. And exhale, forward and around. Palms down to rise. Stretch back and reach, and then circle out through the fingertips. Palms down, lift again. Yawn your body open to the ceiling, and then search out, reach your fingertips to the space around you. Let's reverse it, so palms up to circle out and back, lift the arms as they go back by your ears, and then exhale, push the arms down, press the air down either side. Palms up to circle around and back. The blades fall towards your waist as the arms go way back, and then exhale. Move the arms forward by rolling the collarbones around their own axis inside the chest. We'll do another one here, last one. Exhale, push the air out of your lungs, sink the belly deep. And now arms lift for diamond arms, elbows wide, thumbs together, index fingers together, light press in, and then swing the arms back to frame your face. And exhale, sweep the arms forward to float over your belly. We take it back. And exhale, forward here. Yawn your body open. You should feel this in your chest, your side, and the back of your body here, and relax. Feet are still grounded. Make sure you feel the inside line of your feet so that you can keep the thighs parallel to each other and the legs vertical. One more time, just swing back. Feel that stretch in the armpit, and exhale, pull it back down. And then we can lower the arms and then slide off your roller. Take it sideways across under your hips. Good. So after laying your back, pick up your hips, pull the roller across the sacrum, and just find a spot that goes right through sort of the widest part of your hips, then move into your chest. And then we're just starting by swinging the knees over to the right as you look left. Both shoulders are grounded. You open the chest as you rotate the over your spine. Exhale, pull the right hip up to swing the legs over to the left. And then you turn your right easy to the right as you're doing that. The right shoulder blade stays down, stays grounded to the biggest stretch in your waistline. And exhale back, and the left hip is being pulled up and across the center of your body. And then it resists falling to the ground. It works its way across in an arc. So the knees also transverse the same arc. Pick up the right hip, massage out your sacral area. You'll massage out a little bit of the glute as well. And hold the chest down, hold the shoulder blades down. Shoulder girdle is connected to the floor the whole time. Just back and forth. Inhale into the stretch, and exhale to lift up to center. And inhale as you head in the other direction, look away. Let's exhale, bring everything back to center. Gaze to the ceiling, and lift the legs up to the sky. All right, first point flex, so lift your heels up, pull the toes down to your shins, roll through the foot, heel ball toe, point the toes up to the ceiling, curl the toes back, and then flex at the ankle. With a stretch in your calves. We're working slowly here, articulating through the whole structure of the foot here. Let's try to release any tension in this foundation of our bodies. And wake our feet up. One more time. And then we end in a soft point. So you're reaching up to the ball of the foot, the toes are not overly pointed. And then scissors, right leg back, left leg forward. And switch the legs, stretch them across the ceiling, and one foot goes down towards the ground. The other foot's reaching back over your shoulder. Maintaining that forward difference distance between your legs, between your feet. So each leg is working in its own parallel plane. They just happen to be headed in opposite directions at the same time. Really enjoy when the foot goes back and you feel that length in the back of your leg, particularly the hamstring. And when the leg goes forward, you get that feeling opening across the hip, maybe stretching here a little bit into your quad. And then both legs to the sky. Exhale, rotate those together, toes apart, and pull the legs apart sideways. And then exhale, close from the pelvic floor and the top of the inner thighs. And then the legs come apart. Try to feel like the upper outer thighs are pulling the legs open, and then the upper inner thighs are pulling the legs together. So you're working closer to your core, closer to center, as opposed to moving the feet across the sky and then bringing the feet back together across the ceiling. So pull them open one more time like this. And exhale, pull them together. And here we leave the left leg up, keep the left hip down on the roller, and bring the right leg out to the side. It goes down that side of the rainbow, but you're pressing the left hip down towards the ground. Exhale and hold that leg up super slow. Right, so you feel that work on the lift, and then the right leg is vertical. It will want to go out to the right while the left leg descends. Try to hold it steady. Imprint it with your eyes on the ceiling above you, and then let's drag the left leg up. And we'll do this again. So the legs are closed, we open the right leg out and down. Exhale to pull it on up. Lift here, bring it up. Tap the heels, and now the left leg is out and down. Right side is grounded, it's heavy, you rotate it to the floor. And exhale, pull the left leg up. And then parallel legs. Let's bicycle. Pull one knee in as the other leg reaches out and long. Imagine the toes skating in across the ground as the other leg reaches forward. The first one pulls in. Really stretch your legs out if you're riding a bicycle that's just a little too big for you. And be sure it's a circular action with each leg. Both going forward and coming back in and over your chest. And then when you're ready, just reverse it. When the leg goes back, try to hold the knee as straight as you can for as long as you can. And then when you bend the knees, try to touch the toe to the ground and skate it across so you straighten the leg before you lift it. This combination will really stretch out your legs and help open your hips. Right, and then we're coming up with those legs to the ceiling and go into a scissor split. One leg back to your chest, the other leg forward and out into space. And here we circle the legs around wide. Like you're holding a large ball between your feet and you spin it on the ceiling above you, and then we reverse and circle in the opposite direction. So this way we get rotation of the femur on the hip joint, rolling up the surfaces and stretching muscles in your legs that maybe haven't had this experience in a little bit. And just breathe as you go. And we'll complete at the top, and then both legs up. Pull the feet, swing them back over your chest, flex at the ankle. See if you get a little bit more stretch here in the back line, calf and hamstring. Soften the knees as you need to. And then we'll bend the knees and lower the left foot down. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling and press it all the way forward down. The heel rest. Adjust the roller if it's too uncomfortable in your low back. But you want to find the apex point here under the spine. And if you're good with that, you bring the right arm back. If it feels like it's too much arch in your back, either bend the right knee or pull the left knee into your chest. Or do one of the other exercises, right? So we're just breathing into the stretch from the right fingertips to the right toes. Inhale to feel that you're lengthening away from your hip bone crest in both directions, down to the head and the hand, down the leg to the toes. And as you exhale, let the air slide out of your lungs, out of your throat softly and a little reluctantly. One more deep breath in. And then sigh the air out as the belly deepens, the navel falls in towards your spine. Let's switch the arms and switch the legs. Again, watching that the legs stay parallel, about 4 inches apart. The right foot is grounded to the inside edge as much as the outer edge, so the leg is vertical here. Even with the knee bent, it's still all on the same plane. And you can reach through your fingers, you can reach at the center of the foot at the third metatarsal and try to pull the foot and the hand in opposite directions, just a little bit. Give your inhale as a chance to lengthen this line, and exhale as a chance to release it and relax a bit. Another deep, slow breath in, and pay it out. Then both arms back, both legs forward, bend the knees as necessary. You can rotate the legs a little externally if you're going to want to do that, that's great, it's fine. Maybe you're feeling the stretch not only in the hip, but even into the abdominal wall. Just a couple more nice slow deep breaths in and then out. And one final one. Oh, arms go forward, knees pull up, feet are grounded. So we can lift the hips and slide roll it out to the side. Lower it down. And then here we're pulling both knees into the chest, making them tight, and rock a little side to side. Stretch out your back here. And then the legs stick forward. And just check out to see how your body feels now. We're going to bring the legs together, lift the arms up to the ceiling and back towards your ears for roll up. So lift the arms, head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, coming up. Slip the waist back, side forward. The head reaches out and over towards the center line between your feet. And then we can curl the tail forward and up the wall, roll back. Articulate the spine into the mat. Working the right and left side equally, and then the arms stretch behind you. And we lift the arms, weight in the shoulders. Start to lift the head, neck, and chest. Exhale to pick up the rib cage. Pull the waist back, putting yourself into a horseshoe shape here. And then round forward. You can even reach forward with the heels and pull the toes back for a little bit more stretch in the back of your legs. And then the tail curls up. We can roll on down. The arms higher makes it more difficult to control your descent. Lower gives you more control. Find exactly where you need to be with that arm position so you feel challenged, but also still controlling it. We lift again. Big exhale. Pull the belly deep. Lift up and around it. And then you're rotating the pelvic girdle around the femur heads. Feel the tail rise up the wall, articulate down. Slow it down instead of speeding it up. And try to get every single inch of your back into the ground. We'll do one more like this. Push down with the heels, come up with the head. Helps over your legs. They should be together here. And we're going to roll it back into our hundreds. Up all the way, and then round yourself down. Float into the ground. Do your upper curl, pull the legs in as the arms go forward, extend the legs, and pump the arms. Inhaling, and exhaling. So keep finding that pull from your jaw to your tailbone to your jaw. And really focus on the feeling from the navel to the pubic bone to the tailbone. Knit that together to keep shortening this line so that you stay up with your head and chest as much as you can. Gaze is down your nose into the abdominal wall. Legs press together and stretch out to the center of each foot. Squeeze the edges of the feet together, the edges of the legs together wherever they touch. And if they don't touch, just try to reach them in towards each other here. It's a steady pulse with the arms. Push the air down, push the air up. See if you can make a bigger movement with your arms and still stay stable here with your head and your shoulders. Think of the sternum dropping towards the spine, so your rib cage gets a little rounder and falls between the blades. And now here, fold the knees in and lay your head down. Plug the knees into your chest and just turn your head easy from one side to the other. So force the movement. Just experience it. And then we'll come back to center and grab your pyramid. So here we move into the single leg circle, the center of the band on the right foot. First of all, away if you need to, so you have space to move. And then you can choke up on the band, the elbows down by your waist, the leg reaches up to the ceiling, another pointed flex. And then end with a soft point. We circle the leg, the right leg across to the left and bring it low. Rotate externally to take it out to the right, the left side stays rounded, and the right side is heavy as the leg moves to the left. Feel that stretch across the lateral hip and thigh. As the leg moves out to the right, you'll feel that inner thigh stretch as well. So breathe through this. It's a short, deep inhale, then a long, slow exhale. You know that this foot is drawing a circle in the air. With every repetition, try to reach it out a little further so the path is spiraling out and away from your pelvis with every breath of every circle. We're coming here to the top, pause and reverse. So left leg heavy, take the right leg out to the right and sweep it down low across the body and up to the sky. Reach, and there's the hamstring stretch again. You can feel that you're putting more weight into the arm on the opposite side of where the leg is at any moment to help you find that stability here through your torso. You want to shift your weight to the left as the leg goes right, and then shift your weight to the right as the leg moves left. One final circle here, go into your range, try to expand it just a little bit without losing your stability on the mat. And from the top, we'll take the ends of the band in the right hand, open the leg externally and out to the side. The left side gets heavier, and you'll rock the leg here to the front wall to the back wall. And then on the exhale, work again, upper inner thigh, picks up the leg, switch hands on the double strap, and we'll take it across the body. First with the hip down to feel the stretch laterally in the upper thigh and glute. And then peeling off the ground here, you lift the hip, the waist, and you keep the shoulder blade down, stretch the foot out long, and then rotate that leg internally. Your gaze should be to the right as the arm extends out along the floor. And then we'll pull the hip down to lift the leg up. Reach high up on the band and try to pull the foot towards your face. Bend the knee is necessary to keep the stretch feeling going. And then we fold the knee in, the band comes off the foot, look at it tight. And then we can release that forward, shake out those legs, and just relax for a second to prepare and contrast. The sensation, the weight, the energy, just the feel of the right side of the body compared to the left. And since we love that, we're going to do the left side now. So we take the foot up into the band, choke up on the band so it's a little taut, and then maybe even swing your tail a little to the right. Be sure that your hip bones are parallel here. And we can point and flex, and then end in a soft point. We cross the leg over, left leg moves to the right, and then you sweep it low, externally rotate. It comes back to the top in neutral, then there's a little internal rotation. This just smooths out how the bone feels in the joint surface. By doing that rotation of the leg as you circle the foot in the air. So reach, press, lengthen. Let the strap support some of the weight of the leg here. And then your torso has to work against that weight too, to keep your body grounded, stable, steady here on your mat surface. When more in this direction, go further out just a little bit further. So you work your core a little bit harder with every repetition. Here at the top, reverse. The left leg moves to the left, the right side sinks into the ground and it's vaulted to the floor. You drag the leg across and then bring it up high and reach again. Push it away, circle forward, drag it over, lift it up, it floats free, and one last time. And then we'll take the end of the band in the left hand. Rotate the leg with sternum and bring it out to the side, look away. And rock that leg a little bit here towards the shoulder and away. And then we'll pull the leg up, lift, other side, and pull it across the body, extending the left arm out. Stretch that left leg as far out as you can, and then rotate it internally. And then give it just a little tug back towards the right shoulder. Maybe reach long and down through the left sits bone. You don't feel like you're crunching the waist, but you're elongating it. Unwind your body, right shoulder, waist, left glute down, and then reach up high, pull the leg back over your chest. Try to feel that stretch at the back of your leg, and then we'll pull the knee in and the band comes off to the side. Embrace the knee in tight to your chest, or take it in as close as you can, and then release it forward and shake out both legs again. Okay, palms up, just like here, with the arms reaching forward, anatomical position. And now we'll pull the right knee in, hold on to the shin, and lift the left leg up and rock forward and up. Pulling like a ball. Here we go. So sit in the front third of your mat, hands to your shins, easier to the thighs. Curl the tail up, suck the waist back into the spinal curve, and lift your feet. We roll, lifting the tail, with just the blades. Exhale, forward to balance. And again, you breathe into your back before you roll. So that it has a moment to inflate, then you roll, you hit the tip of the blade to exhale, starting there, and come forward, rounding the exhale. Of course, one of the goals here is like a uniform, realigned body. So by doing these rolling exercises, we check that the right and left side are working equally to the amount that our structure permits, right? And keep looking at your abs one more time, butt in the air, and like that. And then we can switch back a little bit for the ab series. Right hand, right ankle, left hand, right knee. Curve it down slowly, push the shin up into your head. So you don't collapse to the floor, but you roll back as you lift the leg and pull the knee in tight. Elbows wide, inhale, switch. And exhale, switch. We reach across the room. And then pull the leg in tight. The connection of your hand to your leg, push down with one, push up with the other, to feel that you're working not only the abs but the arms. And we'll end with the left leg in and pull the right one to meet it, double leg stretch. Arms and legs lift to the ceiling, arms apart, legs together, circle wide with the arms and pull the legs in, pull your chest towards your legs, and you reach up and out, pull it together, and glide out again, your body hanging suspended from fingers and toes. Breathe through it. Inhale into the stretch, exhale into the ball, and one last time. Draw it open, and exhale, pull it in. Scissors, right leg up, left leg down, pull the right leg towards your chest and switch. Try to lift your chest towards the thighs a little bit, as well as pull the leg in towards your body. So two beautiful arcs in the air as you move your legs forward and lift the back. And reach your hands up as high as you can towards the ankle, towards the foot, to get more stretch. We're going to end with the left leg up. Take your hands behind your head, both legs lift to the ceiling. Double leg, lower lift. With toes draw a small arc across the ceiling, reaching away. You can feel the abs engaged to maximum capacity without losing control, and then you lift them back up. So you might move an inch, you might move a lot more than that. But just watch, be careful. Pay attention, you don't want to get into trouble with your lower back. So be sure that the psoas is strong enough to support the weight of the legs at the furthest distance from your eyes. And one last one. Really squeeze in for a little bit more abdominal control to help hold the pelvis steady. And then bring that one up. And we rotate to the right and then to the left. Twist and lift. And do that again. Belly going side to side, also come forward up on the diagonal. Upward curl with a twist. One more set. The leg routine forward acts as a counterbalance for the body. And we can pull everything into rest. Oh, feels good, right? So let's stretch the legs forward and the arms back. Stretch out your abs and just work them hard. They want a little bit of a chance to release. And breathe into that stretch. Now we'll lift the arms, anchor the shoulder blades, collarbones a little wide. Lift your head, neck, and chest. Big exhale, come up. Open the legs wider than your hips. And the arms are forward. Or alternatively, they can be up. You can take a little upper back extension. Wherever you're doing, you're going to take the face of the horizon and down. And come up, over, and around the air in front of you like you're diving over a ball. With the head dip down too, look into your center. Press down through your heels and your sits bones and zip your back up to the imaginary wall. And you can go into the upper back extension or the arms might still be in front of you like so. And then we're bringing it over again. The head moves the neck first, then the upper back, then the mid back, and the low back. Be sure you feel that sequencing. And you're not dropping big chunks of your body to the ground or back up, but you're trying to flow up 1 inch, 1 vertebra at a time, whichever direction you're working. And one more time, let's go over and forward. Pull the waist back, so you have a little bit of the pelvic tuck feeling. You might pull the toes back towards your fingertips and get more stretch in the back line. And just stay here and breathe into your back as you pull the belly into it. Lovely. And then we pull the feet in for open the balance and rock. So we pull the tail up, pull back behind your sits bones on the glutes, and we extend the right leg up in the air. And then fold the knee, bringing the feet back together on their edges, and then the left leg is up. Beautiful. And down. Feel the shoulder falling as the leg extends, and then bring it back in. You're trying to keep a nice relaxed neck here, where you work the lengthening of the back of your legs, both legs. You lift go up, keep it a little narrow, and then pull the heels together, the edges of your feet together as you lower. Extend the arms to go a little to the outer part of your legs, and then to the inner part as the heels goes down. One more time to rise. Hold your position. Curl the tail up, slide the waist back a little bit, increase the curve in your spine. We roll. Inhale to go back to your planks. Exhale, forward to balance. And again. It's really helpful to keep your gaze down. As soon as you lift your gaze, you'll flatten your spine. You want to keep the curve. Good, one last time. So much easier to roll a ball rather than instead of a plank. And then fold the waist down. And we work ourselves down here. Extend the arms forward, sit up tall on your sits bones. Lift into your belly and roll your spine down here. Keep the heels rounded, the toes may lift. And then we're just going to pull the knees into your chest. You can use the band if you wish around your feet. Otherwise, just extend the legs up to the ceiling. And first, let's do the windshield wiper. So let your feet go over to the right, turn your head to the left, go into the lips. And exhale, come back, take your time. So you really want to feel this in the center of your body. Again, just like we did with the knee sways on the roller, you want to think of picking up the left hip bone to move the legs across to the right. So you're rotating here through the lower part of the spine to change the pelvic position, to change the leg position. And then exhale, come back to center. And now for the corkscrew, just circle the legs over to the right, keep the hips down this time, come around to the left and complete up to the sky. And then reverse, inhale to the left, short inhale, longer exhale, around to the right and back where we started. So another one, keeping the pelvis down on the mat. And we complete this version going left to right. All right, so let's try a little bit larger circles now. So as you bring the hips down, go a little bit onto one hip and circle it like a little bit bigger. If you feel like you're ready for this, come over onto the left hip and then pull the waist down to bring the legs center. And then we push the right hip up, bring the legs to the left. You're only on the left side of the body here. Go around the sacrum with your weight shift. Come around to the right and back up to the top. So here we're getting a little bit of rotation through the spine. Just watch the legs go forward, that your back isn't arching, that you still have control from your core. Come back to center, and we're going to end going left to right. So obviously this requires more strength and attention when you start lifting the pelvis and tilting it for the corkscrews. All right, so hug the legs in, stretch them up again, and then let's roll forward and up. Over the legs. So arms extend out, we rotate to the right and dive over and down. You can elevate your hips here if it's helpful to get more mobility in your spine. In fact, you should, if you feel like your movement is constricted by your hamstring tightness, or else bend the knees a lot. So go ahead and bend your knees more. Yes, and then you should be able to feel like you've got more mobility. That's good, right? And then lift to come up, center here to the other side. Dive and stretch, and the arms reach away from each other on the diagonal. Foot up, center, spiral, twist and reach and lengthen. Good, think of fire pouring out of your fingertips and wherever they are in space. We're going to end going to the left. Lift to pull up, center, and then we close the legs. And we're going to flip over onto our stomachs here for left. So let's just begin by having the hands by the shoulders, by the armpits. The legs stretch behind you. Pull the mat towards your hips. Pull your chest forward. You can push the mat down as you lift up. The blades fall behind you. And then zip your belly into the ground from the pubic bone to the ribs. Your chest touches and you look down. And again, pull the heart forward, pull the eyes forward, lift the eyes and the chest up the wall, and then bring yourself down again. And just one more time. You're scooping the air with the back of your head, you're stretching the abdominal line, and then release it back down. Okay, push back into child's pose. Stretch your back, curl the tail under, and then we slide forward onto your elbows. So you're propped up here, so single leg kick. Either fist or palms to the ground. Pull the chest forward so you feel the stretch in your abs, and then kick the right foot in 1, 2, and lower it down on the left. Pulse 1, pulse 2, and down on the right. We're looking for stability across the hips, across the pelvic girdle. And with every beat here, you're stretching your quads. You want to feel that stretch. Should feel good in the knees. You're watching the alignment here with the lower leg and the upper leg. And the eyes are forward and up as you push the mat down and into the floor. One more time for the left. And extend the leg, lay it down, and turn your head to the right. Overlap the hands here, sort of near the ribs, right, and let the elbows fall. Take a deep breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, 3 beats with both legs, pulsing 1 and 2 and 3. Push the top of the feet into the ground. The arms go back. Maybe interlock the thumbs or the fingers. Lift your chest up, and then you lower down and look to your left. Pulse again. Exhale, 1 and 2 and 3. Feet are down. Shins are reaching for the floor. The arms reach back towards your heels as you pull the chest up. And down again you go to look right. And we breathe here. Pulse, 2, 3. The hands pull together, try to narrow the ribs in the back to open the ribs in the front. And down we go. Looking left. 3 beats. Legs in unison. Less time to lift. And we lower, and again, push up with your arms back into your child's pose, and then stack your spine bottom to top. We're gonna flip it over for shoulder bridge. Again, once you're seated, work your spine down with control from your core. You may want to use the ball between your thighs here if your hamstrings have a tendency to cramp if they're not expecting to work, right? So the arms lengthen forward here, and then we curl the tail up, pull the knees forward as the tail moves forward and up. We're going to come up first into a plank, and then if you want, you can go into a more advanced position by pulling the blades together underneath you, roll to the outer arm, and lift the heart up through a thoracic extension. Push the butt up a little higher and just watch that you still have the inner line of your feet connected so you feel the inner thighs are not swaying open. Now we roll to the inner arm, so the blades move sideways, and try to curve the upper back between the blades. Lower each vertebra one by one in sequence from the top of your spine to the tailbone. At the end, your tailbone rocks, so it's heavy and the waist is floating up. And then we do this again. So you can push down and away with the feet. You can curl the tail up, move the knees forward. Gradually lift up first to your plank and then to more extension at the upper back of the thoracic spine and at the hip. Really push the floor down with your arms and your feet. And then let's roll slightly internally with the upper arm. The palms are still on the ground. Try to drape your body down so that the upper body is lowering as the tailbone is still up. And then release it all the way down for the release in the hip joints. We'll do that one more time. The belly scoops in as the tail moves forward and up. Keep looking up and back as you lift into your best bridge here. And then we're coming out of it. Giving your back a chance to enjoy this pressure and the massage as you go into the mat. And then settle all the way down with the tail. Perfect. From here, let's pull your knees into your chest, hold onto the back of your legs. We're rolling forward and up and then hitting a T-zone. Just because we can. So legs extend, lift the arms. Good, you're pulling the waist down, keeping your back a little rounded, and then hands to the thighs, bend your knees. We'll extend the legs out. Now for spine twist. So reach the arms up and long, stretch long through your fingertips, feet are together, feet are flat. So rotate to the right, pulse 1, 2, 3, lift to center and spin to the left, pulse, 2, 3. Beautiful, coming up, the gaze drops a little bit around the curve, be back to the floor behind you. Try not to really drop your chin too much, like you don't want to tuck it in. Just the movement of your eyes should be enough to release those suboccipitals at the base of the skull. Here to center and again. And we'll do one more set. Pump the air out of your lungs and fill the lungs as you come to center. And again, long through every single fingertip. Come back to center, lower the arms. We're about to go into jackknife, where you come up with your legs and your hips into an inversion. You are welcome to use the roller under your hips. You're welcome to not do it at all and do something else. But if you want to try it, just remember you're always looking up. You're not looking to the side once you start lifting the pelvis. All right, so you can lay down onto your back, and if you want to put the roll underneath, you do so. Otherwise, let's pull the knees into your chest and give them a little hug first. Then from here, arms at your side, lift the legs up and glue them together. We'll take the legs forward to your working level. Just you want to feel that you can control your back. And then we're going to press into the floor and away. Push down to lift your legs up, lift your hips. And the toes can reach to the floor as the tailbone keeps going up. If you want, you can try to lift your feet higher and then lower them down. Doing a little work into the glutes. And now press the floor away from you with the other hand. The shoulders curve up slightly as you roll your upper back, your mid back, and lower back down. Yes, good. The legs reach out. Again, to what we call your working level. The spinal curves have not really changed. You lift the legs up here, push down, exhale to lift the hips. And then you can lift the legs a little higher. If you want, you can try to keep them up at that angle as you bring your spine down. The shoulders roll up. more open the angle is between your legs and your torso, the more load it is to control. The lower the legs are, the more stretch it is for your back. So we're coming up and over again. Breathe through it. Gazes up and back. Try not to look at your belly because then you won't be able to breathe. And then push forward with your hands. Let the shoulders roll up a little bit so you can move through your upper back. And then just fold the knees in. Look at us. Good job. That's great. All right. So here, let's come up to sitting, and then we're going to pick a side and go into some side kicks. So stretch yourself out along your mat, supporting your head if that works for you. Otherwise, you can lay your arm along the floor and rest your head on your arm. The legs move forward, 15, 20 degrees from the movement of your spine. And you can either press your hand in front of your chest, more advanced hands go behind your head. And you pull your head long, and we pick up the top leg hip height, flexing both feet. You swing the top leg forward, front back first. Pulse 1, 2. Point the foot, swing the leg back without leaning your chest forward at pulse 1 and 2 using your glutes. The bottom leg presses into the ground. You just swing the leg forward, pulse once and then twice. And then reach back and stretch out. The bottom arm pushes in to the floor and in towards your hips. One more time. And then stretch it back, lengthen and lengthen again. Come back to center, lower the leg briefly, lift it up hip height again. Now you might take your top hand into the hip socket, right at the crease, about 2 inches from the pubic symphysis, and we rotate the legs internally and externally here. The other leg is stabilizing. You're still pulling your head away from your tail and vice versa. We're going to end with the external rotation. That means the knees and the toes up and lower the legs, touch the heels, point the foot. Pick the top leg up and flex to bring it down long. Close the heels together, drag them apart, flex and bring them down. Point to lift, flex and close. Now reverse the foot. So you keep the flex foot as it rises, you point the foot and stretch it away. Flex to lift now and point to stretch it long. One more time like this, up in the air and lengthen it down, développé. Bend the knee up, slide the foot in, pull the knee to the armpit, extend the leg up, flex the foot and reach the heel down. Slide. Knee to the armpit, lift the leg, flex, and down you go. One more time, still looking forward across the room. Your head and neck stay in line with the rest of your spine. Tap, reverse, go up. Point the foot and bend the knee, and skate it forward, reach it out, flex to lift, point and bend, and shoot it forward, stretch, flex, lift, point, bend, and all the way down. Good. Now lift the leg hip height, small circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then reverse it. And at 8, we reach out and then we lower it down. Pick up the leg again, hip bone height only. Really press the bottom leg into the ground. Pull that right arm in towards your armpit. And rond de jambe, big circles. Pull the leg forward, up, around, back, and through center. Try to hold your body still. You're using your core. I really think about the obliques like drawing a big X across the front of my chest and the muscles in the back drawing a big X there. And you're kind of held into that space there without changing the position of your spine. We'll do one more in this direction. Leg rotates just like it did in single leg circles. And now reverse. It goes back. Use your glute. Lift, rotate forward and around. This is really hard, right? And it's not about how big the leg circle is. It's about how big it is without your moving your torso. Just do one more here. All right. And then we're going to lay on your stomach now. Overlap your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. All right, and then legs in a little external rotation. Pick up your right leg as you press the right pelvic calf into the ground, and then lower the leg. So we're lifting the thigh. We're not just lifting the lower leg. You push the pelvic calf into the ground, lift the leg, and then release it down. Right side again, up it goes. And exhale, lower. and then the left, and lower down. Now legs in external rotation, heels together, toes apart. Lift both legs and clap the heels together and apart. It's a slight tap. Try to get your knees off the ground, your thighs a little bit off the floor. And one more breath. And then we lower the legs. And we push up again to come back into your child's pose. Let your head hang down. Arms can go forward or back. You can have your own preference here, of course. And then we're stepping up to do the other side. So choose the arm position that works for your neck. Reach long with the legs. Stack them, they move forward about 30 degrees, 20 to 30 degrees. And then you balance on your side seam. We lift the top leg up and we slide the heel forward, pulse 1 and 2. Point the foot, take it back, and reach again. If your hand's behind your head, you want to use that to help lengthen the neck. Pull the head away from the shoulders and vice versa. The bottom leg is actively working to stabilize you, so don't forget about it. Use it. It'll really help. And push it back again. Lengthen, reach. One more time. Flex forward. Feel the stretch from your sits bone to your heel. And then the stretch across the hip to the toes. Come back to center and lower the leg down. And we lift the leg. And now here we want to rotate internally and externally from that hip joint. Right? So we're not doing it from the waist. We're not going to rotate the pelvic calf. We're rotating the connection of the femur, the thigh bone, in the pelvic calf. And then we keep the external rotation close heel to heel. Point the foot to kick it up. Flex to go down. Still trying to hold that external rotation with that upper leg. Lift and then squeeze the legs together. Push the air aside and then squeeze the air out from between your legs. Reverse the foot. Flex to go high. Point the foot and reach long. Flex to lift. Point and lengthen it away. And one more like that. Flex up. All the way down for développé. Bend the knee. You do the armpit, extend the leg up, flex, and press long. Point and glide, extend it up, flex, reach it down. One more. And flex down, tap and reverse, go up. Point the foot, bend the knee, and skate it down. Feel the stretch. And you rise, point bend. Exhale, pull the head away from the legs and the leg away from the head. Last one. And all the way forward here. Now lift the leg hip height. Small circles, 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now reverse. As you do it, try to really work into your glute. So be sure the leg is going behind you as well as in front of the other leg. So you feel that back line working. And then we can lower it down for the big circles, rond de jambe. Lift the leg and pull it forward, rotate it up, back, pull your body long, press whatever is connected to the ground into the mat, and do it again. You want that big exhale to support the abdominal wall before the leg reaches behind you. So it's a shorter inhale and a longer exhale, really helpful. We'll do one more in this direction. Rotate the leg on the hip socket for more mobility. And let's reverse. Take it back. Spiral the leg up, forward, around and down. And do that again. Reach. Circle around. Pull it through center. 2 more. And last one. All right. So now we're laying on our backs here. We're starting with one of the easier variations for teaser. And you can, I'm going to do a progression that you can choose your version and, try something if you feel like being challenged. And if you want to stay with what you know, that's also great. So it's the holidays. People tend to get a little stressed about that, right? So your body might also not be working at its peak performance ability just at the moment. So let's pull the knees into your chest, but if it is, go for everything you can, right? So hold on to the back of your thighs, elbows wide and slightly lifted. Lift your head, neck, and chest coming forward like you're doing a roll up. And then as you roll up, extend the legs out. So if you come up into your position, have the knees bent a little bit if it's too much for your low back, and really try to pull the tail up towards your heels. If you want, you can go arms free just for a sec. And then we can pull the legs in slowly. So push your hands into your legs and push the legs into your hands. Curve the tail up, and as you roll down, first push the feet away so you get onto your sacrum. And then as you start to lower down over the hips and the waist, you can pull the knees in slowly to lay your spine down with perfect control. It's like a game, right? It's a balance game. Let's do this again. So lift your head, push the legs into arms and arms into legs. Push the knees forward, so you rock up. And then you can extend the legs, feel that stretch. If you want, hands free. Hands come back to the legs. Push the legs into the arms and pull the elbows wide and back. Start to fold the knees in as you curl the tail up. And you want to get down onto your sacrum, and then you really commit to rolling down with the legs pushing forward. Come down as slowly as you can with control. Good. Now, from here, let's start with the knees bent, arms at your side, palms are up. So we're going to lift like we did before, slide the arms along the ground, extend the legs as you come up into your T-zone. And then from here, we're going to hold the torso, hold the legs in the air, and rotate the torso, come back to center, and then to the other side, bend your knees if it's a lot for your back. Back to center, reach up, reach the legs forward, look down, curve the tail up, and push the legs away. Bring your feet to the ground, either with bent knees or straight legs. And now we do it from here. So you slide the arms forward, lift your head and lift your toes. You scoop the chest up and you slowly pull the legs up. You can bend them in to support your back with the work for your core. And then we look at our abs, we curl the tail up, start to roll the low back down, and then reach the legs away or fold them in as necessary. Come down to the ground just like that. All right, let's just pull the left knee into your chest and hug it in. Foot tight as the right leg moves forward, and do a few little circles here with the knee. Reverse the direction. And slide that leg forward. Pull the other one in. Embrace it in. Couple circles here. And reverse the direction. We're going to roll forward and up to sitting. So you can choose how you're doing it. But we're going to come up and do one more exercise, seal to end. So we scoop forward, lift up, and you can have your legs grounded. And take your hands between your legs, wrap your hands around the outside of the ankles, curl the tail up and suck the waist back, and then pick your feet off the ground. We open and close the thighs, open and close the feet, clapping 1, 2, 3. Keep looking at your belly, roll to your blades. Clap 1, 2, 3, come up, clap 1, 2, 3, roll back. Remember, you're not just moving your feet, you're opening and closing the thighs here. And one last one, looking good. And sometimes you want to see at the right end of the session. All right, so we're good for today. Thank you so much. If you're not coming tomorrow, everyone happy holidays. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, and maybe you'll see me on screen. All right.